Welcome back to our kitchen. I just wanted to take a quick moment and say thank you so much to Mark Mankin and all the volunteers down at the New Milford Youth Agency for having us do an interview and show us how their gigantic boiler works. Very impressive. They've been making maple syrup for over 25 years there, and they've got a terrific product. What we did was we brought home some of their wonderful grade B maple syrup. I find that's best for baking and cooking because it has a more intense maple flavor and a little less of the sugar that's in the grade A. You can go grade A for pancakes and waffles and things like that. But anyway, what we're doing here today is we're going to do a bacon-wrapped maple and sage-infused pork tenderloin. That is so easy. It comes together in no time. And I hope you enjoy it. So, super simple. You take a pork tenderloin that's been trimmed. They have a product at the store, I just wanted to kind of say. Hormel makes an Always Tender brand that I really don't care for. It's pumped with a saline solution, and I found that no matter, I've had it a couple times and you just taste that sort of salt flavor, and it's not very good. It would kind of ruin your recipes. So go for an unbrined, uncured pork tenderloin, just plain. Anyway, what we'll do is we're going to take 1 clove of garlic that's been chopped real fine, rub it on the tenderloin, and then take our pretty little fresh sage leaves, lay them over in a nice little pattern. No stems, just leaves. And take 2 strips of bacon. Wrap them all around the tenderloin. And what I do on the ends of the tenderloins, there's a little sort of flat end. I always tuck that under so that when you're done you have a nice even-sized sort of package. That way it cooks and roasts evenly. You don't have an overcooked end part or tip. And roll that right around, keeping those sage leaves intact. And then take a nice crack of fresh black pepper. And just a little sprinkle of salt. You're going to get a lot of salt from the bacon, so you don't need to go too heavy on the salt. And then take a sheet pan. Then on a sheet pan, and then glaze it with some of that wonderful maple syrup. And this is going to take about, 15-20 minutes in the oven, 425 degrees. That's what we're going with today. It's a good hot oven. We'll sear it well, crisp up the bacon, and then get that tenderloin roasted just right. About halfway through, about 10 to 15 minutes through the cooking process, take it back out of the oven, glaze it with a little bit more of the maple syrup, and pop it into finish. You're going to go for 160 degree internal temperature. That's when we know it's done. And if you have an instant read thermometer, that's the best way to go. So, doesn't get any quicker than that, for sure. I hope you enjoy. And so here we have our wonderfully cooked pork tenderloin. Perfect temperature, 160 on an instant read thermometer. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. If you we tent it with a little bit of foil, keep it warm and keep it off to the side. If you go right in and slice into any cut of meat without letting it rest for a few minutes, all the juice runs right out. So this ensures that our dinner will be nice and moist.